Buongiorno a tutti! Here we are again in my little kitchen in Lecce in the south of Italy. My name is Francesco and today it's so lovely and sunny I'm just going to make a nice Italian sandwich for lunch and I'm going to use a Piadina flatbread to do that. I'm going to make a cream of ricotta with pesto and I'm going to have some green tomatoes, some red cherry tomatoes, a local cucumber known as a carosello, some rucola and a little bit of red onion. That with a little bit of oregano and you've got a great Italian sandwich. So I hope you enjoy the recipe. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below and do subscribe to the channel and come back and follow me for more. Let's cook. For today's recipe you are going to need Piadina flatbread, or you could use tortilla, cucumber, but I'm using a local carosello, green tomatoes, red onion, cherry tomatoes, fresh ricotta, pesto, oregano, rucola, and a good extra virgin olive oil. With so many tomatoes going into my sandwich, I also want some good basil flavor. So rather than using fresh leaves, I decided to use a heaped teaspoon of pesto, which I added to a very heaped tablespoon of fresh ricotta. Stir this through and you have a lovely cream to use as a base for your sandwich. As far as the tomatoes go, I used a large green tomato to give a good tangy contrast to the flavor of the sweet cherry tomatoes. One large tomato like this is plenty for one sandwich. Make sure to slice the tomato as thinly as possible because the piadina or the tortilla is also thin and you don't want it to end up getting soggy. The same goes for the cherry tomatoes. I used 5 and cut them also as thinly as possible. Next comes the cucumber. This, as I said, is one that grows locally here, which is known as a carosello, which has a nice crunchy texture, and what you want is to have about the same amount of each ingredient. As far as the red onion is concerned, a lot of people don't like raw onion. A little goes a long way. All you need to do now is to spread your piadina with plenty of that nice ricotta and pesto cream. Then you can start building up everything on top of that. First of all, a nice layer of rucola. And then we can start with our first layer of tomatoes. Lay these out nice and evenly and then make sure to season them with salt and pepper and a good sprinkle of oregano. As far as I'm concerned, oregano is a tomato's best friend. Now that we've seasoned the tangy tomatoes well, we can go ahead and add the other ingredients, the cucumber and the cherry tomatoes. I know a lot of people don't like raw onion, but I think it gives a great savoury touch. And as I said, a little goes a long way. It also adds a nice colour. Of course, we're going to need to season these too, again with more oregano and then some salt. Freshly ground black pepper, before we add a nice generous drizzle of good extra virgin olive oil as a finishing touch. And there you have it, An absolutely wonderful sandwich without having lots of ham and cheese. You don't need all that stuff. You just need some good fresh vegetables and you've got everything you need right there between two thin slices of bread. That's a perfect healthy lunch. A great snack. And a lovely light and healthy meal. Buon appetito!